All right, all right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Little late start today. Did not want to wake up. Happy Thursday. Let's hop on. Let's see what we've got here. All right, bulls continue in control. It just came down to what level? 325 and starting their push up. We do have news today at 9:45, right? We have PMI. All right, so we do have news today. Let's see. 9:45 Eastern, PMI, manufacturing. Okay, it's all PMI today. Then at 10 a.m. we have home sales. We got red folder at 9:45 and then home sales at 10. Okay, so we got some volatility today. Let me set my alarm so I don't get stuck in a trade before 9:45. All right, we'll set an alarm for a couple minutes before the, ooh, look at that. Right before the open, no. All right, well, it looks like the bulls are making their move already. All right, I'm trying to wake up here. Late start. Did not want to wake up today. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Well, the bulls looks like they're making their move early. Let's see. Go straight to funded. You caught that? Nice, brother. I literally just woke up. I'm trying to figure out what levels, where we're at, all that good stuff. All right, so I guess they, as far as levels, see what happens at 425, right? Current previous day high, 424 something up here. See what they do if they're going to push it up. We just bounced off of that 340 level. If we're going to push down that 310 area that we've been talking about for a couple times, that's been a bounce area. They want to flush even further. $280 and $250. Okay. Either way, we got to wait for 9:45 news. We have PMI today. So let's see if we can capture a trade before that. If not, I'll be hands off probably till after 10 because we have 9:45 and then 10 a.m. news as well. So, yeah, this bounce, as I was turning everything on, is literally the bottom of this channel played out perfectly. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Christopher. Go straight to funded, Lemonhead, everybody else. Good morning. Let's try to get some green, and if we're going to walk out with red, let's just try to minimize the red. We're hitting VWAP right now, and we are 2 minutes from the casino to open. 1 minute. Be right back. All right, casino is now open. Pushing. Pushing. Trying to push. So came and tested that 405 level that we've talked about for a couple days now. Got rejected at 405. That 405 level, man, it is it's been the trade to the upside and to the downside. We saw it again last night. We saw it on Monday. Came very close. Shoulda, woulda, coulda shorted that 405 today. God damn it. All right, let's see how far we go. Next pivot point, or far, about around the 300 area is the next pivot point. See if we're going to flush that low, or we start the bounce somewhere here if we're going to continue to push up to all-time highs. But again, we got news in 15 minutes, or at 9:45 rather. Very slow. Sorry, let's see what she does here. May have to wait until the news. Not much going on. Carlos Reyes, good morning. Good morning, Rohan863. Good morning to everyone. Very slow. Again, we have news in 10 minutes, so may have to wait, and then news at 10 a.m. So I may be off no trades by until 10 a.m. All right, here comes another attempted flush. How low will she go is the question. I'm going to attempt to bounce on this little channel that's forming there. It's breaking out of that channel, so I may have to close pretty soon. Rejected at that 9 EMA for the bounce. Rejected again. Trying to pop over that 9 EMA is being rejected. Can it pop above that 9? If it can't pop above the 9, then we continue in a descending channel. Has not been able to push above the 9 EMA. Unable to push above the 9. You need to pop, otherwise I got to close just because of the news. Can't get stuck in the news. 3 minutes for news. I'm going to put a stop just in case I get wicked out with some crazy action right before the news. Not want to go. Unable to push out. And I don't like it. Plus we got news in a couple minutes. Let's get off on flat before the news. It gets risky. No need to be a cowboy right now. I'll be right back. There goes the bounce, but with news, you just can't gamble it. I'll let the bounce go. Right idea, right level, just too risky. Peter Chan, good morning. News in 1 minute. 30 seconds. It'll be a bummer if it does bounce at this level. I had the right level, right long, but can't get it. Okay, so then news just dropped. It's a red folder event, right? And no fireworks. All right, no fireworks on PMI. Now I'll have to wait for the next setup. Unlucky there. Unlucky on that one. Unlucky, but I had to do the right thing. There's no reason to be in a position on a news drop, but clearly had the right level for the bounce, and gotta let that one go. Great balls of fire. So now we have 10 a.m. news. What do we got? U.S. new home sales. Initial jobless claims came below or above expectations. Below previous. PMI. Below expectations. Man, this is a bummer. It's long. Oh, I gotta let it go because that's what creates tilt. You get frustrated. On this long, I had to close it. I entered perfect level. I had to close it because of the news, and obviously it's playing out. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Doesn't count though. Unbelievable. All right, 15-minute opening range breakout is in effect. That 405 level is the breakout area. We saw that last night. We saw it on Monday, 405, critical level. And I'm going to have to give it a break. Watching this play, this bounce, 40-point bounce that I would have been done by now, I gotta calm down. Clearly frustrated. But I'll let it go, and I'll wait for the next setup. All right, I'm going to take a little break because I am pissed. That's not good. I'll be back. All right, I had to touch some grass. Went outside for a quick little walk. Just had to get out of the mental loop. I would have targeted the top, but I definitely would have closed around 380 at this level. Anyways, it is what it is. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Let's move on. Let's wait for 10 a.m. news and try to let this one go. What could I have done differently there? I guess keep the stop, play the news. Either way, you got to stop. Just don't like to be in position on a news event. It's technically a gamble, and we could look at it as another day. It could have gone against me, so I'm not going to beat myself up for it. Am I pissed? Yeah. But we'll go with we did the right thing, being flat on a news drop, on a red folder news drop. So it's just how easy it was, right? I longed at 50. Would have captured nice 30, 35 points easily. So let it go. Let it go, otherwise it throws off the day. If I capture a loss on the next trade and I get pissed off again, I gotta call it. I can feel the tilt. It's when the emotions start kicking in, and I know my triggers. It's important to identify your triggers. All right, so 405 seems to be the level of the day. Two shorts at 405, or at least around that area, 400. Bulls have not been able to push above 405 and hold since Monday, right? Remember Monday we were playing 405 for a while? Now I gotta let this settle a little bit. Missed the easy play. Now I gotta work for it. We'll wait for 10 a.m. news. I'm hands off. Bad start, bad emotions already in play, so may have to call it early. I know my triggers. But that one was frustrating. Just how easy it was. Perfect level. Go straight to funded. The only thing I could say is it's come with losses, right? Although I've gotten nice payouts and profitable, I've also sat staring at a ceiling, lying on a couch or lying in bed, blowing 25, 27 funded accounts, sim funded. So I think the biggest lessons in terms of building your discipline come with big losses. And I've learned what triggers tilt. You get into revenge trading and you only make it worse. So I know that, knowing that, I'm going to allow myself one trade. If it's red and I'm starting to break rules, then I'm done for the day. No, it's just one day of trading. Your emotions are preparing you for worse trading. And I've learned. But I went outside, I touched some grass, I walked, saw my neighbor walking her dog, said hello, and let's see if we can get off this mental loop. Because the levels continue to play, right? We saw this 350 level that I have here. That's been a support and resistance. This is why I longed that level. Came and tested or attempted to push above 405. Came back and tested this level. This technically could be the safer bounce. Now, of course, I'm not even trading my chart, and that makes it even worse. This was a test of 350, which was my original long location. Usually the test is the best bounce, right? Or the best entry. But I do have to reset. Let's wait for 10 a.m. Let's look for the next setup. And sometimes you just can't get over it and you walk out for the day. Your mind needs... This takes a lot of mental capital. And sometimes taking a day off is the best thing to do. So let's see. Yeah, I'm watching the break. If we do break above, well, it's actually the 50-minute opening range breakout now. If we break above this area, that would be continuation. Obviously, if we break down below the 50-minute opening range, then we got 289 as the next potential pivot point. Let's call it 300. But I think I'm going to have to 2 minutes for the news drop. I'll be right back, guys. All right. Let's see if the bounce is 350. I'll have to let it go. I'm not there yet, quite there yet. All right, we're trying to flush below that 350 level now. News just dropped. It's not a red folder event, but nonetheless, it just dropped. Home sales below expectations. Wow. Significantly below expectations. Huh. U.S. home sales significantly below expectations, which would probably be the reason Trump is talking about rates to boost home sales. U.S. home sales significantly below expectations. We'll see how that plays out. Let me show you guys the news. Forecast was 0.65, came to 0.62, 0.6%, and the forecast was 4.3%. Wow. See how that plays out with the market. All right, 350 starting to fail. 15-minute opening range breakout to the downside, starting to set up. $350 holding for now. With a lot of wicks. That 5-minute looks nasty. 5-minute chart is like a barcode. All right, looks like they want to flush this level, the 350. Next level we'd be looking at is 300. That's where your pivot point is. You got the 200 SMA on the higher time frames. So at this point, I'm going to wait for a 200 SMA touch, which is around 289. If I don't get that, then I'm just waiting at this point. Waiting. I lost the trade of the day. I'm waiting. I'm not touching it. That other JC, good morning. All right, they're unable to flush below this level, this 350 that I have drawn here. Tempting still. I'm not convinced that they're not going to flush it yet. And at this point, I'll probably entertain 289, 300 area. If it bounces here, then I'm letting it go. Go straight to funded. There is the 3 PP. Worries me for breakout there. Needs a 3-point P trade there. Load up 7 cons. Looks like 350 is the bounce area, but I attempted it once. Not sure I'm ready to do it one more time, but looks like it's going to bounce here. Go straight to funded. You're long. Good. Yeah, I think that's the play. I'm in a mental loop right now, so I'm gonna let it go. But it was clearly the level I wanted to long to begin with, right? So it's a good level. Little battle between the 9 and the 20 right now, but it looks like just a matter of time before it pushes above the 20 and starts pushing up. Only concern there is the descending channel that it's building, but it's a tight channel, so usually those have a break in the opposite direction quicker and stronger. It's right at the top of that channel. They're going to flush it. They're going to play the channel to the T. That was a trap. Kind of saw that one coming. So now we're just going to wait for that pivot point. 200 SMA, 300 level, 280. This zone right here. If we get there, if not, trades off till we get there. So they played that channel to the T. That's why I was a little reluctant. That was a beautiful trap, but it was channel based. So now I'm waiting for this area, and if we get there, fine. If not, I'm not entertaining. Test of overnight low. Again, that was a bounce area. But I'll be heads off until pivot point touch. If we get the bounce here, then be it. See if this is a sweep of that 350 level for a potential bounce, or do they want that pivot point right now at 290, call it. All right, here's the push down to 289. That 9,300 area. I'll set my entry around here. If it bounces before that, then I'll hop on a little earlier, but let's see if we can get the touch. Just tested 300 and come on. Don't bounce yet. May be as low as we go. God damn it. Literally came to that level and bounced it. Sometimes they exaggerate it, sometimes they play it to the T when you don't enter. I was hoping for a little exaggerated play below this level, and when I front run it, I get killed with drawdown. When I don't front run it, it happens to the T. Great balls of fire. Oh boy, oh boy. So no pivot point touch, no 200 SMA touch. We came pretty close, about 7 points away, so I'm watching for potential bounce. But it's been trappy, right? Bounce, hinting bounce, flush. Hinting bounce, flush. Same as yesterday, right? We had like 3 or 4 rounds of hinted bounces just to get flushed right back down. See if they can get the exaggerated touch. If we come down to like 285 and it just pushes 25 points quickly, then we got more downside, and we'll see. For now, I'll hold the entry, but I'm watching 300 as the bounce area. We just pushed up to the 9. We came back down and tested and bounced right back up. So 300 may be the bounce area, but I'm giving it a little more time. All right, that's a boner candle. Oh boy. Come back down and test the 9. See what happens at the 9. 9 EMA is holding for support. Struggling at the top of that channel. They play the channel one more time and flush it back down. That's brutal. This should be the break of that channel, but bears have played the same strategy yesterday. Flushing it, trapping and flushing, trapping and flushing. Wow. Another trap. Yep. That's why I'm watching that channel. You know, you got to learn algos, right? Algos are there for a reason. Until you break the algo, respect it. I've learned the hard way. King Caesar, good morning, brother. Although it looks like this is going to be the breakout, I'm watching for that. They did this yesterday. Trap, flush, trap, flush. Is this the trap, or finally the bulls are going to break out? Yesterday the bulls took almost 3 hours to finally break out, and that was on news. I ended the stream. I noticed that afterwards we rallied, but that was based on news. If they flush it here, like it looks like they're trying to, that's dirty. Dirty, dirty. This is the boner candle that I would usually use for momentum to go in. But because we're in a channel, hell no. And it looks like it's going to hold. I think they're going to bounce it here. Am I confident enough to get in along? Nope. They're building the bounce. Let's see if they get it. Battling it. They are battling it. King Caesar, good stuff, brother. Slowly, slowly recover it. Crazy price action. Yesterday it took probably an hour after I closed the stream and we finally got movements, strong movements based on news. Gonna be patient. This is not the price action I want to trade right now. Let's see if it's a trap or it's the bounce. Find out pretty soon. They do it like they did it yesterday, trap. If the bulls finally can have an early play in the day, then they'll bounce it. That was a good bounce off the 9 EMA. It looks like they've built their bounce here now. See if we can get any type of pullback here. Alright, Bear is attempting to flush this. Let's see if they can flush or the 9 EMA holds. Touch of the 20. And the 9 holding. But still in chop. Big watching paint dry. And it's been like that. If you miss the easy move in the morning during the open, then you're stuck either in position for a long time to get the same amount of points. Chop, chop, chop. Bulls are grinding it. Not much, but they're grinding it up. Grind, give you that, but not interested. Ooh. All right, they're popping out of that algo. Back to 350. And away she goes. Guess we can kiss this one goodbye. Hitting VWAP right now. 200 SMA touch. Little VWAP rejection there. Let's see how far it goes. Not a big rejection off of VWAP yet. We've seen harsher pullbacks on VWAP. Let's see. Nine EMA holding. They're going for the push above VWAP. Still unable to push above VWAP in that 200 SMA. See if we get a stronger pullback and see what happens. Looking like a grind day. And I may have missed the play with no pullback. Let's see what happens here. We got VWAP, 200 SMA. You got 20 SMA on the 5 minute. You got a lot of stuff happening here. So let's wait. Bulls are pushing. They're stair-stepping it, but they're definitely pushing. Really look at deer in headlights. It's playing that ascending channel to the T. I'll give you that. Still respecting that channel. But it's too late for me to participate to the upside. I'll have to wait for a pullback. Or if they're just going to grind it with no pullback, then I'm out of luck. Christopher, appreciate you. Yeah, today's been one of those days. Right off the bat, I missed the beautiful trade. Closed it based on news, and obviously would have been done within the first 15 minutes. And your mind just doesn't allow you to. Sometimes you can't get out of that loop. And now I'm stuck like a deer in headlights. So I'm going to have to wait for a pullback before I do anything silly. It happens. You just watch them play in front of you. Today's that day. I was looking for the exaggerated flush above the, or the touch of the pivot point. Pivot point is 289. I wanted 289. We only got 300. So there's no winning today. There's no winning. Now the best thing I can do is wait for a pullback and determine if it's bulls are in control day. Or just accept that today's not my day and walk out. Not every day has to be a trading day. Caesar, I mean, clearly, I think the Bulls are in control. I think the push is just a matter of time. They're just stair-stepping it, but it's been a gradual, profitable channel. I don't think you're going to come into resistance until you come up to 380. Well, we know 380, 400 area up here will be the next resistance, but they've recovered it so far. I think it's just one of those deceiving, graduated stair-stepping that if you're not hopping on it, you're missing the whole play, and I'm clearly missing it all. Andres Cruz closing green. Ah, nice. Look at you, brother. Nicely done. Caesar, did you get this one? Oh, this little flush? Yeah, this was nasty. This trap and this trap was nasty. And then you know, there was only 2 traps today. Then 300 was the level to bounce. Clearly a level I have already. I was looking for the exaggeration because usually NQ rarely comes to a level and gives you the clean bounce. The day I don't play it, clean bounce off of a level. You can't make it up. That was pivot point at 290, came, and that was the test of the pivot point into 200 SMA on the 15 minute. We just didn't get the touch, but clearly that was the play. And then we're in this graduated stair step. That as long as you're willing to ride that channel, you're solid in the green. Not my day. One trade threw the whole day off for me. But I know my triggers. And I'm going to stick to it for now until I snap out of it. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Kiddos are going to school, so let me say goodbye. All right. Oh, let's see if we get any pullback on this. It's just going to grind that channel. Your pullback is the bottom of that channel, and you hop on the long or you miss it. Christopher, Nikki, yeah, tonight, it looks like we're going to have to play it tonight. Oh, man. So frustrating. Frustrating. King Caesar. How you doing, brother? Were you able to bring yourself back into green? Yeah, look at that channel, man. Oh, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. It was a slow V recovery on that flush down. You look at the 15-minute clean recovery, and I watched it go. Today was bird watching. You're getting there, brother. You're getting there. That's good. That 15-minute clear V recovery. Great balls of fire. Well, if you're new to the stream and you're enjoying me frustrated after missing a banger trade, do me a favor, smash that like. If you're enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe, help me out with the YouTube algo. More importantly, hit that notification bell. Today was bird watching. Got frustrated pretty quickly on a long that I had to close right before the news drop, and that was the easy play of the day. Perfect level to enter, and missed it. And have not been able to snap out of that. So, trying to prevent tilt. Today may be one of those days. No fireworks, no more trading. Take the rest of the afternoon off. Go touch some more grass. But we'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, and tonight I'll be on 9:15 p.m. But I'll still hang out for a little bit more, see if we get some type of pullback on this. So far, no pullback, just bird watching. Crazy, crazy. Peter Chan, good job, brother. Diego Pena, this PA, the price action on NQ is killing me. Yeah, these graduated grind days to the upside. You just got to play the channel and you'll be green. I clearly didn't. That was the channel that paid for sure. Look at that. Just watching like a little kid today. Unbelievable. Watch the whole V recovery in front of me. And no pullback. No pullback on this. Yeah, Caesar, I agree with you. I think they're gonna push it at this point. They've been after 440 for some time. That's the next pivot point. 425, I believe, is current all-time high. So I think they're pushing. I just can't hop on along this high up. So far for me, bird watching day. Watching like a deer in headlights. No pullback. I should say no substantial pullback. Pullbacks within the channel. That's all we're getting. And they're grinding it. Slow, effective grind. Ken Falcons, male, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I hope your day is going well. I hope you got some green already. Okay, here comes a little pullback. Let's see how far we get on this pullback. If it stays in the channel, then I'm hands off. At this point, I gotta let that channel just ride out. Sometimes you can't just draw the channel, you gotta trade it. And today, clearly paying for not trading it. Not paid, but clearly missing a major move. Every attempt to sell this off is failing. Push right back up. How far will she go? Ken Falcons, if you want to start trading futures prop firms, you really just need to decide what platform you want to trade on. You got Rhythmic and Tradeivate with most prop firms. So if you go Rhythmic, you got Quantower, you got Sierra Chart, you got Motive Wave. If you go on the Tradeivate route, you got Tradeivate, which is web-based and you don't have to install anything. So if you're new, maybe look for a Tradeivate account. You don't have to install anything on your computer. Tradeivate is pretty user-friendly. And then if you expand, you can use Ninja. So maybe look at that, Tradeivate for now. That way you get used to a web-based application, so you don't have to install any software. Consolidating here. So far, every consolidation this morning has been a push, right? Consolidated, push, consolidated, push, consolidation, and I guess now they're gonna go for all-time highs at this point. Complete V recovery that I just watched. Like a deer in headlights. Bear is still unable to get a significant pullback below out of that channel. Bulls are taking control of that channel and just riding it. Pretty impressive. Ken Falcons, I like TradingView. Can I use this or do I need other software? You can use TradingView. You just have to find a prop firm that has Tradeivate and allows TradingView integration. So I can't remember offhand which ones. I believe, let me take a look. I believe Take Profit Trader has TradingView integration with their Tradeivate. Yes, Take Profit Trader does have TradingView integration. So if you open an account with Take Profit Trader, you would be able to trade on TradingView, so you don't have to install anything. It's all web-based, and you kind of continue doing what you're already doing on TradingView. Take Profit Trader is 40% off right now. You can use code JCDT for that. You get a little discount, and you support the channel. All right, we're gonna flush out of that channel for a little bit, get a little more substantial pullback, and then potentially hop on along. They really want to push this today. Or does the channel continue and that's your entry for a long? So far, bounce at the bottom of that channel, so the channel holds. All right, I'm continuing to wait for a stronger pullback, and all we get is the channels. I'm hands off for now. Flat. Just watching like a deer in headlights. A full V recovery. Oh man, frustrating. Starting to build a little bit of resistance around the 9 and the 20. If the tide is going to change, it's probably now. Otherwise, bulls continue in that channel and continue to grind up while I watch. Wow. Wow. Playing it to the T. So they didn't reject that the 200 SMA on the 5-minute. This is right where we're at right now. They're using it now as basing. I think Caesar, you're right. I think if they hold the 200 on the 5-minute, then they're pushing this. No reason to think they're not. All they've done is grind it. We're going for 400, and then we'll watch that 405 level if there's any resistance there. Otherwise, they're cruising. Look at that 15. Look at the last 4 15-minute candles. Missed it completely. Probably going to be one of those days that you're waiting for a pullback or a stronger pullback out of that channel, and it never happened. Grind day. Caesar, yeah, we may not get that stronger pullback. We've had these days where this channel rides all day, and if you don't have the cojones to grab the bottom of a channel play and just ride it, you won't get it. Sam Khan, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I'm not sure I'm understanding what you want me to explain, but I'll be happy to. Just let me know. All right, now they're trying to get out of that channel. Let's see how far that pullback goes. Bulls are going to continue their ride up, or are we range bound? And that is the range for the day. Right? Something that looks like this. If we don't pop back into the channel and continue, then we know it's a range bound day, and I'll probably look for longs down here. But at this point, that probably won't happen for another hour or two. So paying the price right now. The yellow horizontal lines are based on support and resistance on the 1 hour and 4 hour time frames. All right, starting to build a pullback. Ken, I trade Forex and the spreads are horrible. Yeah, I dabbled with Forex a couple times. The spreads are horrible. During the New York session, in other words, this session, there's usually very minimal spreads. Most of the time, there is no spread. Asia, the late hours, you do have spread. It's not brutal like Forex, but usually during the New York time frame, this session right now, no spreads. But looks like you're brand new to futures. What I would do is take a look at futures prop firms. Mentioned one of them, Take Profit Trader. That does allow you to trade with TradingView, and they're a good prop firm that pays. And you know, get yourself started with some futures trading. But yes, during this session, minimal spreads, if any. That's the beauty of trading futures. High leverage, minimal spreads. And now with futures prop firms, you don't have to really put your capital in until you're ready. You can literally learn how to trade futures through prop firms, and as long as you get payouts, get paid throughout the way. Or if you're taking losses and blowing accounts and buying them and resetting them, your tuition fee to learn how to trade futures is a lot lower using a prop firm. In the live environment, you lose $3,000, you lost $3,000 of your hard-earned income. With prop firms, losing $3,000 probably costs you $100 with most prop firms. So look at it that way. Way lower tuition fee at the beginning when you're losing. With most prop firms, you don't have to pay for the data feed. The one I mentioned specifically that allows you to trade with TradingView, Take Profit Trader, you don't. It's included. And like I said, right now, Take Profit Trader has a 40% discount, no activation fee. And you can use code JCDT for that. All right, we've entered a little consolidation area. Still not getting a stronger pullback. That may have been the pullback. Crazy. There it is, back into range, back into that channel. Dang, Caesar, you're killing it with your scalps, man. Leet out, draw a line from yesterday's high to today's high. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think I missed the move. If I'm going to trade, I'm going to have to wait for the afternoon. I missed a good trade in the morning, and that got me into a mental loop. So for today, I think I'm going to just accept that I missed the moves. Watch them happen. That was a nice V recovery. That 15-minute chart looks beautiful. Why I watched it today and didn't do anything, I don't know, but gotta let it go. Potential rejection point, in other words, up there between, what is it, 420, 425 area? Sparta Nick. L day for me. Told myself I wasn't looking to make big, but then ended up going from green to my personal loss limit. Well, Sparta Nick, the important thing is you stop yourself at your personal loss limit. Especially, I have a lot of respect for personal loss limits because that's usually not a set daily loss limit on an account. So the fact that you respected that, it's your personal level, nice. Gotta control red. Today, I had a banger trade. Had an entry here for a long. It was about a minute or two before the news drop. So I closed this long at this level that I had been watching. Had I held, clearly I would have been done within the first 15 minutes of the session with minimal drawdown. And watching an easy trade like that, 40 points in literally 4 candles, I was not able to snap out of it. And it happens. It's my way of preventing tilt. So for now, I'll wait for a stronger pullback. And I am kind of beating myself up on this one because I had a stop. I mean, the stop was there. In hindsight, I should have played the stop on the news event, but yeah, that's gambling. You usually want to be flat on a news event, so it is what it is. I'm letting it go. Then I had 289, 290 area as an entry for the pivot point touch. NQ played this level to the T. On the day that it doesn't decide to exaggerate a level, it plays it to the T and bounces there. So obviously frustration is pretty high today with clear levels playing out, and I'm watching. Part of the game. Part of the game. But it's also my way now of preventing tilt and not forcing an entry now because clearly I missed the move today. So we'll see if I can snap out of it. Otherwise, if I don't get a pullback anytime soon, a substantial pullback on the 5-minute, then they're just going to grind this up and I'm hands off. Shoulda, woulda, coulda day. Well, if you're new to the stream, you're enjoying the content. If you're enjoying the content, do me a favor, help me out with the YouTube algo. Smash that like, smash that subscribe. More importantly, hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post content. I trade live every morning, 9:15 a.m. Eastern. You see my good days, my bad days, my ugly days, the good, the bad, the ugly, the tilt, the frustration, the emotions, all live. And I also do the evening session, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, for a late Asia session as well. So right now, flat, waiting for stronger pullback, if we get a stronger pullback, and then figure out if we're going to long this or potential stronger rejection here. We'll see. But so far, it's a shoulda, woulda, coulda day. Sam Khan, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Hopefully you can hop on when I live stream. Like I said, I do Monday through Friday, New York AM session, or New York session, 9:15 a.m. Eastern every day, and I'm doing now the Asia as well, Monday through Thursday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. Gurav, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in, brother. And like I said, if you guys are just tuning in, a little frustrating morning, missed a banger trade, missed another entry. So it's shoulda, woulda, coulda day for me. And what are we? Well, we're not down that much. We're down about 50 bucks. Flat so far. Waiting for a stronger pullback. See if I want to participate in this move up. If they really want to push all-time highs today. Definitely not going to long up here. But just when you think it can't go higher, it does. And you missed that move too. Oh yeah, Garab. Yep. I remember you. All right, let's see if we get a pullback. See if I can participate on this somehow. Maybe a VWAP pullback to 360, attempt a long down there. If we get a strong pullback. Otherwise, bulls are in control and they're going to push this even further. Rob, I got to be honest with you. I haven't taken a look in detail. But now that you mention it, I'll take a look. Especially if you have some daily levels and ideas. Why not? Also, feel free. This chat is usually, I mean, I think most people have walked out in the green already, but everybody kind of hops on, gives ideas, levels, all that good stuff. So even if you see me in a long and you're short biased, feel free to share your thoughts, levels, and all that good stuff. This is I'm trying to build this as a trading community, not necessarily just me trading, just different ideas, different traders. Hopefully in a week or two, I'll start bringing in some guests, some of the traders in this chat with their ideas, their strategies, their approach, and provide different styles, different ideas the trading community. There's a lot of new traders that are tuned in, so I think it's good for you guys to see different strategies, different styles, and build your style, right? Trading is very personality based. You're going to attach to a trading style that aligns with your personality. Gaurav, I lost my account because of TradingView. Oh man, sorry to hear. What happened? You TradingView didn't let you get out of a trade or something? All right, let's see if we can get a reset, a stronger pullback on this, and then see where if the bulls want to make a lower high, right? We know this 300 area was the bounce. Maybe 350 could be a test area. Where's VWAP right now? Right around there. So maybe come back to VWAP and continue their push up, establishing a higher low. We'll see. Sorry to hear, Gaurav. Yeah, man. I've been in situations where software platforms fail me. It's the worst. Where you think you're getting out of a trade and the platform doesn't close, and by the time it closes, you're in the red. It sucks. Feel your pain. I've been there. I've been there last year with the when Apex had some issues with their Rhythmic accounts, and you had ghost orders. It's one thing to not be able to close a trade you're in. It's another thing to not be able to close you never even wanted to enter to begin with. There was that whole issue of ghost orders for a while. But fortunately, that's a thing of the past. Well, not getting anything significant movement on this pullback. No flush yet. $400 again appears to be the rejection zone, right? We attempted on the news at 6:30. We came up to 400. We came back right at the open, flushed right back down, stair-stepped it, and even on a stair-step recovery, we're still rejecting up here. So not significant, I'll give you that. But I think this point, probably have to call it a day and accept that I was out of it. Out of it. All right, maybe a VWAP touchdown to, where's VWAP right now? 360, 365 area. If they're going to come down and test that. Gaurav, yes, I'm using Quantower, the platform that you see that I use, and I've been using Quantower now for years. I love Quantower because you can copy trade multiple props at the same time through Rhythmic, and now with Tradesyncer, which is a web cloud-based uh, trade copier. If I have Tradeivate accounts, I can use my Quantower account as a master, and it copies web through the web, through the cloud, my Tradeivate accounts. So for me, Quantower has been the way to go. I don't think I'll get out anytime soon. All right, so it looks like we are range bound, at least for now. So maybe wait for the bottom of this range and attempt a long. But we pushed up on PMI. Came back down, pushed up, came back down, pushed up, and now we're taking a gradual pullback here. Gaurav, usually I'm copy trading 25 accounts, not all funded. I think I only have 7 funded accounts right now. I'm working on passing some evals to get back. I'd like to get back to 25 to 30 funded accounts through different props. But I also copy trade everything at once. I don't rotate accounts. It's what works for me. I know a lot of people rotate, and it's very profitable for them as well. I've tried rotating. It just doesn't work for me. You're stuck in the market so long trying to go through all the accounts. Gaurav, I am not from Brazil. I live stream from Arizona. So I'm 3 hours behind New York Eastern. But no, not from Brazil. All right, looks like we're about to go into lunch mode and it's going to get slower, so I'll come back. King Caesar is a master of rotating accounts. The guy is very profitable. You'll see him here on the stream. He'll scalp over and over again, rotating accounts, and it works very well for him. And I know a lot of other traders that rotate, and it's very profitable as well. I prefer a couple of trades and get it all done. If I lose, all of them lose. If I win, all of them lose. But it's also a little more painful because when you blow an account, you blow them all. I went through a full reset. In other words, I blew all my accounts in a tilt session. I want to say it was April or May. End of April, May. I was on a hot streak, January, February, March, payout, and then April, I think it was mid-April or beginning of May, I blew them all. So I've been on a challenging myself here to get payouts and get myself back to 25 plus funded accounts through payouts. I'm not going to just throw the wallet like I've done the last year. It's been profitable, don't get me wrong. It's part of the game. You blow accounts, you reset, you rebuy. But I want to get out of the habit of blowing so many accounts, or reduce the number of blown accounts. I also switched to 150Ks this year, so I've blown a lot less accounts, but I've also gotten less payouts because your profit goals are a little higher. All right, it's slowed down significantly. We're going to go into lunch mode. It's about to be 9 a.m. here in Arizona. Probably time to grab some breakfast, touch some grass, and see if I can capture something in the afternoon. Otherwise, I'll be back tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Eastern, and I'll be back tonight to play around with the late Asia session, 9:15 p.m. Eastern. No substantial pullback yet. Slow grind up, slow grind down. Garav, I only have 4 monitors. MP, welcome to the stream. MP, any trades yet? Yeah, but I missed the trade. I closed it a little too early, so today it's frustrating day. Watching it with like a deer in headlights. King Caesar, yeah. Copy trading is you know, you gotta protect your accounts. Today was definitely the shoulda, woulda, coulda day. Watched it happen, but this trade right here is what killed my morning. That was a trigger right there, and I've learned to be careful when you miss a trade. It goes downhill from there. All right, we're hovering around the 200 on the 5-minute. No real direction yet. Consolidation. I have to wait for a stronger pullback, but so far today, after the initial 300 touch, we have not gotten any significant pullback. Bulls are clearly in control. See if they finally fade or they're going to continue to pump this. MP, I was trying to take long at that second pullback, 23,300, put realized sim account, was selected. By the time I switched to real price, moved like 20 points, blink of an eye. Yeah, I don't know if you were watching the stream. Well, you probably weren't watching the stream. I set my entry at 290, where the pivot point in that 200 SMA, I literally set the entry. It's not like I was even waiting. I set an entry here. Missed this entry by about 10 points. How many times does NQ actually come to an exact level? I had the level drawn and actually take the bounce. I was looking for the pivot point touch, exaggeration of this level, possibly even touching 280 for a little bit of drawdown and then play the bounce. Today, NQ played this level that I got drawn out to the T. It happens. Czar Trader, usually NQ is good. First day in the month where I'm not having it, but glad catch Ethereum. Okay, good. Yeah, man, some days are easy. This was clearly a sending a grind to the upside. You just have to hop on this channel and catch the channel at any of these bottom wicks and you'd be fine. But sometimes Your mind's not there. Today, clearly my mind was thrown off by this trade that I closed right before the news, and I would have been done within the first 15 minutes, and shoulda, woulda, coulda. Then I set an entry, literally set it on the live stream right here at 290, and this is what NQ did, 300. And this candle is boner candle. At that point, I let it go. That was 30 points. That's your momentum indicator, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. All hindsight now. All right, still stuck in consolidation. So far, every consolidation area has been a pop, right? We had this little consolidation, pop, this little consolidation, pop, and now we have an extended consolidation. We're probably going after that pivot point at 440, but I'm not longing up here for sure. Not at this point of the game. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. Just when you think it can't go higher, it will go higher. That's NQ for you. And it may be one of those days with no significant pullback. Trapping any shorts that are looking for a continuation on this play down here. And there's days like that. You don't get any relief if you're trapped down here. So we're into, what, an hour of consolidation in this zone, and I guess we're going to continue to the upside here. When did this consolidation start? 7:57 a.m. my time. So going into about an hour of consolidation. MP, nice beat. Is that Indian music? I honestly don't know. Because of YouTube, I can only play royalty-free music. So literally what I do is I go into YouTube's allowed royalty-free music, and it plays in the background, but I'm not even hearing what plays in the background for you guys. It's just royalty-free music, not necessarily what I listen to. But it would be a lot more awkward if I left silence, and I can't get copy strikes using commercial music. So that's how the background music plays. I don't hear it during the live stream. You guys do, but I don't. Hopefully it's not too annoying. I remember there was, when I started live stream, there was some like crazy EDM music that I had to get out. I had to take out of the playlist. I think now it's more jazz and a little more relaxed, hopefully. All right, breaking out of that consolidation area that we've been in for an hour. I guess bulls are going to continue to push this up. No reason not to. Your 15-minute candles are solid green, except for one or two. with a minimal pullback, and that may be it for pullback. $15-minute opening range breakout about to play out. Are they going to trap that breakout or execute it? I mean, if they do pop out, they're looking at next pivot points at 440, 430 something, 435. See if they trap a couple the orb players, right? You got your 15-minute opening range breakout players setting up here. See if they trap them and continue or flush it. Czar Trader, I reviewed my trades for the week, found my best trades are when Trump tweets, and it's on GC Futures. Yeah, Trump has had some nice tweets this week that's pushed the market. So news has definitely helped. I think my best day this week, I walked out, when was it? Tuesday. When did they have the Japan deal? I think it was Tuesday night. I walked out with 4,000 in the green per account. I'm sorry, 3,000. Then I came back in the morning session and added another $800 or something like that. So a couple of accounts walked out with $3,000 in the green, and I think I only copy traded a few in the morning, and those walked out with 4K. But the market is about what have you done for me lately. Past wins and losses don't matter. And you come back the next day and repeat it. So it's all about trying to build some consistency on the daily, not have crazy swings, big wins, and then a big loss. Trying to build consistency, even if it's little bits of the pie. All right, was that a look above and fail to trap the orb players, the 15-minute opening range breakout players, getting trapped there? See if that's the trap, and now we finally get a stronger pullback. It's done that every single day, trapping orb. The last, at least this week. All right, hinting that breakout again. A trap or a pop? We'll find out pretty soon. They're attempting to flush it here. Are the bears going to get any relief today on a pullback? Or Minimal pullback with continuation to the upside. Whatever it's going to do is going to do it really slow. All right, we're entering now lunch hour, so probably going to get even slower for the next hour or so. Give it a couple more minutes, otherwise time to have some breakfast, go outside, touch some grass, and maybe come back for the afternoon power hour, or just call it a day. MB, hello JC. Is this take profit trader account using micros 50K? I'm not sure what you're asking. You can use micros. If that's what you're asking, you can trade take profit trader micros or minis. MP, yes. I don't want to say full time. I trade a couple hours in the morning. That's it. I don't trade the entire session. Unless I'm having a day like today with minimal losses or wins, technically a flat day. I may come back in the afternoon. Then I trade Asia night, but I don't trade Asia as primary trading session, more like for fun, and main action happens during New York, first hour or two. I do have side gig. I mean, it's not, I don't rely completely on trading income. So yes, not the only source of income. That's what you're asking. All right, let's see. Are we going to get a little pullback here outside of this range? Are we finally, did they trap the 15-minute opening range breakout players, trying to front run that breakout? Let's see if they flush it below that consolidation range, and maybe that's the pullback we're waiting for. Pivot point around 365. There's VWAP. Sorry, VWAP, not pivot point. VWAP's at 365. Let's see what happens down there. All right, they're flushing it. VWAP just got touched. 200 SMA just got touched. Is that going to be the lower high for continuation to the upside? Or is there more downside to this? Let's find out. Flushed it about 30 points. Could be it. It did, Caesar, I just read that you're short. It did touch VWAP and an initial bounce, not a crazy bounce, but VWAP's holding for now. Would assume bears want to flush it a little further, but they may not get this today. There may be no relief for bears today. At least during the morning session. Come back for the afternoon. It's not moving, not doing much. All right, now they're trying to push below VWAP. Will this be the higher low that they're trying to establish for a continuation to the upside, or is there a stronger pullback from it? Wish I knew. All right, they're trying to flush this, and is it going to be a higher low or range bound? Playing this range right here. Let's find out. Tested VWAP, they tested the 200 SMA on that 1 minute. I was hoping for range to range, possibly enter down here. Not happening yet. That's strong. It's a 10-point bounce right there off of that middle of this range. Touching the 9. Let's see if they can bounce it from here. It's either a range bound day, we come back down to this area, or that's the higher low. They'll continue to the upside, at least for the day. Alright, here they come. They're flushing this. They trapped 15-minute open range breakout players that got excited on this move up. That may be it for the day. The range is 65 points. King Caesar's hopping on that long, playing the hold of VWAP and the 200 right here for the bounce. Shaw, you broke all your rules today? Brother, I'm sorry. Yeah, listen, I knew that I was going to break rules after missing this trade. I know I sound like a broken record, but I know my triggers. This level, I had been watching it. I talked about it during the before the open. I longed 350. Took minimal drawdown. Got close to the news, right? News was going to drop at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, and I said, do the right thing, get out. It just didn't give me the bounce before the news. When I missed this easy trade, that was literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. My target would have been 385, 390. After missing a 45 point trade that would have been done for the day, that's where I start breaking rules. I know myself from the past. You get frustrated. You want to catch the next move. And I was not able to snap out of it today and ended up like a deer with headlights, but I didn't take losses either. So identifying, everybody's different. It's identifying what are your triggers. If you're a pro and you got no emotions in trading and you've made it robotic, kudos. That's what trading should be. It should be robotic with very minimal emotional influence. Today, I was pissed. Missing this long, I would have been done within the first 10 minutes. Done. With the right idea, right level, pissed me off. So don't feel bad, Shaw. It's just, usually there's a trigger, there's an initial loss, and that usually triggers breaking rules after that. That's why I'm being pretty tight on this entry. I got to wait for a stronger pullback. If this is the higher low, I don't think I'm interested in longing. I've waited now, what? We're going into 3 hours. Probably best to call it a day. There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be ugly days. There's going to be draw days. Today is one of those draw days. Mentally wasn't there. It's part of the game. You're only competing against yourself. But yeah, after missing this, I was pissed on the stream. I had to walk out. So now watching for a stronger pullback. Let's see where we go and potentially hop on a long, or if they're going to reverse this whole thing and just be range bound, I'll probably call it a day. King Caesar, that's exactly. You got to work on your own rules. Somebody else is having a banger day. Doesn't mean you need to. could be the day that you break all your rules just trying to catch up. You're always competing against yourself, not anybody else. You had a great green day following your rules, perfect. If you had a green day breaking your rules, and you know, that's what you also have to work on, is not relying on breaking the rules to save the day. Especially with prop firms, we get into those habits of, all right, I'm going to go in long, I'm going to go in with heavy size here, and I'm going to recover the loss, and I'm going to make out. The problem is you do get rewarded a lot of times for bad trading behavior, until that day comes where it doesn't work and you end up going on tilt and blowing accounts. So whatever triggers you have, that's all you have to work on, is your personal triggers, your personal rules, and block out everybody else. Or, you know, if you're watching live streams, or for me, you know, watching everybody else be in the green, that's great. Doesn't mean that I have to come in and now be the hero with the 4 or 5 contract trade and try to perform. It's not my day. It's not my day today. But King Caesar said it best. You got to work on respecting your rules, whatever they are. But I'm sorry to hear that, Shaw. It's disappointing. MP, you're waiting for 275. Yeah, man, I got disappointed. I was waiting for 290. Did not hit my pivot point. And I said, you know what? I got 2 levels here. I got this 280, 275 area, and I got 300 and 290. I'll settle for the middle. They'll come touch pivot point and flush it just to stop out entries. Oop. So now it's wait for the range. It looks like it's a range day, right? Let's wait for the range. Let's wait for an exaggeration of this range, and then potentially long the range again. Olivier Bonza, I'm kind of flat. What am I down? $50. I have only taken 1 trade so far. I closed it way too early, and now waiting for a setup, if it even comes. If this comes back all the way down, then there's good probabilities on a range-bound trade, right? Trade, enter at the bottom. They'll probably exaggerate, just like they did here with the look below and fail, and hop back into range for a 2-hour trade. But that's what I'm waiting for. Touches below 300. Ideally, the pivot point touch, that they did not give us the pivot point touch this morning. So maybe that's the play, the test of that level again for a potential bounce. If they establish the higher low here, then we're not range bound, there's continuation. But I'm not willing to trade the higher low right now. At all. So if that's all we're doing is playing this higher low of the day and then continue to the upside, I'll let it go. I'll come back tomorrow. Not interested. MP, yeah, man. That's the only play I'll entertain right now. The pivot point touch. I'll give it some drawdown. In other words, they may exaggerate it this time. They didn't exaggerate it here, right? They played this level that I have to the T. I mean, I'm still shocked. The day that I don't front run a level, the day they play that level to the T. I mean, look at that. Perfect bounce on a level. I expected not only the touch of the pivot point, but a little exaggeration to get some stops out. Today they decided to do a clean bounce, and my 290 was not hit. I figured, you know, they'll exaggerate it. I'll get touched. Potential pullback down to 270. That's good drawdown. I don't have to worry too much. And then the bounce. Nope. Today they play the level 300 to the T. Perfect bounce. How many times does that happen? Well, it happens when you don't take the trade there. Now, let's wait for that's the only thing I would do. I'll probably set an alarm around 300 if I mean, I'm going to end the stream pretty soon, but I'm going to set an alarm for that 305 area. If price comes to that, that's the only time I'll be interested. I'll wait for the touch. Usually there's a little exaggeration. Give it some drawdown, give it 30 points. And here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about on the trading view. So this is trading view. This is the 5, the 15, and the 30. This was the touch that I was waiting for. You had the 200 SMA here and pivot point, right? 200 SMA. We did not touch. That's my play. I'm still waiting for a touch down here, potential exaggeration, and then the bounce. I don't get it. I don't get it, but I'll set an alarm for about 310 to get warmed up. If price comes down there, that's my trade. If not, I'm not interested in longing up here. MP, you're here from Arizona. Whereabouts? Tucson. Okay. I got family down in Tucson. I love Tucson. I love traveling down to Tucson. Got family in Catalina Foothills, is it called? Yeah. Beautiful. Tucson's beautiful. I love that drive. I'm in Chandler. So it's good. We got a couple Arizonians on the stream connecting. We got Goodyear, a couple guys in Scottsdale, a couple guys in Mesa. Who knows? Maybe as the stream grows, we'll do a little Arizona get-together. And again, this stream, if you're new to the stream, this is not about a stream JC, the guru, the trading guru, or the pro trader. This is the goal for this is to build a trading community, both experienced traders, beginners, provide some insight and some tips for new traders, and learn from pros. We got some pros on this stream, 100%. There's people that I call and talk on a daily that are, very, they're profitable. They got some good ideas, good strategies, and bounce ideas off each other. That's what this stream is about. So I think eventually I have a couple buddies that I already connect with here in Arizona that trade futures, both live and prop firms. So eventually we'll start building a little trading community here in Arizona as well over time. But again, this is a trading community that I'm trying to build, not necessarily JC, the pro trader, the trading guru. I don't sell courses. I have a free Discord. There's no flex to this. And not intended. Just raw, live trading, the emotions around trading, the reality of trading. That's what this is about. All right, guys, we've hit the 3-hour mark today. Personal disappointment. Hope all of you got some nice green. Thank you for tuning in. I want to say disappointment, just frustrating. Missed this trade, missed the level entry here, but that's the way the market works. It's not going to do what you want it to do. It's going to do what it wants to do. I'm setting an alarm for 310 That way I start hovering and deciding what to do if we're going to flush down to touch that pivot point and the 200 SMA down here. Potentially could be the play in the afternoon, but until we get down there, no trades. Definitely not going to long up here. If this does end up being the higher low of the day and there's continuation, still not interested. The juicier trade is down here if we come down there. Appreciate you all. That other JC, have a good one. Today, again, frustrating day for me, but I hope all you guys walked out in the green. And we'll be back this evening, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, to trade the late Asia session. I do 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. Appreciate you all. Have a great one. Thanks for tuning in. I know there's a lot of talented traders out there to watch. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you either tonight or tomorrow.